Hello, my name is Anthony Russo, and today I'll be doing a review for the Merrimack College production of The Ash Girl. The Ash Girl, written by Timberlake Wertenbaker, directed by Rachel Longo and the amazing M. Wood. It was put on in the Rogers Center for the Arts at Merrimack College, and I viewed it the Wednesday before it aired, the 17th, because I was in the production itself, so I got to view it backstage, and I was actually yelled at for watching it when I was supposed to be kind of going over my lines and not really seen by the crowd, but it was worth it. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. I got to see every scene except for the ones that I was in, of course, but I know what those scenes. I know the scenes like the back of my hand, so. The plot for The Ash Girl is pretty simple. It's your basic Cinderella story. It's actually a retelling of the original Cinderella story, with some darker elements that were there in the very original and not there in the Disney adaptation that is, the most popular version of it. And it adds in, a couple darker elements and some extra characters, including the Seven Deadly Sins. The performers in this production were absolutely amazing. Everyone was really committed to their roles and did a very good job. I'm not just saying that for myself, although I do think that Prince Amir was one of the most handsome and captivating and just brilliant characters I've ever seen, played by the wonderful Anthony Russo. But also, there was many other highlighted characters for me, including Princess Zara, played by the wonderful Izzy Fox. Another character I'd like to highlight in my reflection was Julia McGinn's portrayal of the Envy Snake. I think she did a very good job. I felt envious as she strolled across the stage, and she would give out these little stares like a snake would, like a little glare at people. I thought that was really cool. She was very good at getting into character. Probably my favorite character in the entire play was Brooke Kennedy playing the Otter. I thought the Otter was a really fun character, had a lot of good lines, and she got really into it and had a great voice. In terms of the direction, I thought a lot of good choices were made with blocking. It never really seemed like anyone was standing still for too long, and if they were, it kind of had purpose. There was a lot of movement throughout. Characters often moved in a way that was natural with their lines, which I really like to see in a play. Obviously, the transition of the dress when, Ash Girl went from wearing the rags to the dress. I thought that was insanely cool and high tech, very impressive. And yeah, I thought the stage directors and crew as a whole did a great job. I can only assume that because I was watching the show, but something tells me that backstage things went really well. Lighting and sound was excellent in the show. I thought that the lighting in the forest was really cool, how it was so dark, and then it would get to the palace and it would be like a little less dimmy, it would have like a royal feel to it with the lanterns. And yeah, I think the forest was my favorite part because of how dark it was, and it was all like dark green and ominous, and it set a really good tone. 3 points that I would like to go in depth for a little bit about are lighting choices, costume choices, and just how I imagine the stage management and the crew really did. So first off, lighting. I just went into it a little bit, but I thought it was really cool how there were really bright parts of the show, and then it went down to really mostly dark parts of the show, like the forest, as I said. Certain times during the forest, it was darker than others, like when Ash Girl was, I'm imagining it was in a spell of depression where all the sins were coming over her and sadness had control over her, and she was like kind of fading into the ground, laying on the ground, and it was all dark, and then suddenly the fairy in the mirror came out of nowhere, and Ash Girl, had realized that the way that she was thinking wasn't correct, and that the real reason she was sad was because she was having these thoughts and allowing herself to be sad in a way. So once she decided to see herself with clear eyes, boom, the whole stage is clear and it lights up, and it's, oh my god, I knew I could find you. It was really cool to go from dark to light like that. The costumes were incredible, especially the dress that was transformed from the rags into the dress. I mean, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. All the royal family had cool, traditional Indian looking outfits on. They looked really cool, and I'm guessing that they were pretty comfortable. The animals had really cool costumes, like the otter and the mouse with the masks, and I liked the owl's glasses with the feather on it. Yeah, all the sins looked really cool in depth. Envy Snake had the snake makeup on. Glutton Toad had the warts. Angerbird had this feather hat. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, the costumes were great. As far as the stage management and the crew went, they were very quick on and off stage in between transitions, getting pillows in and out, lanterns in and out, props where they needed to be. Didn't hear much backstage. I'm assuming that the stage management and the crew members were good at keeping the volume level down, didn't distract from the play at all. Um, you know, if I were to highlight some of the people that I'm assuming were really great to have backstage, I would say people along the lines of Josh, Jess, and Allison. They were probably pretty cool to have around. I'm sure that if you needed some like rings for your character to wear, Allison would have you covered. So good for them. Now, to show a reverse opinion of a way that I feel during the play, I feel like I've been entirely positive of the play for whatever reason. But a couple negatives that I took away from it is that I didn't like the volume of the music when Prince Amir and Ash Girl danced at the ball. I thought that was pretty lame. They could have turned it up a bit. I know that they talk during that, but, you know, I feel like they maybe could have had the volume up during the dance and turned it down during the talking. I know it's hard to time stuff like that, but that would just be a change I would make. Also, I think that in all performances done, that Ash Girl and Amir should have kissed. They only did in the last couple shows. I went to every show. I was really committed to seeing it. But yeah, they only kissed in half the shows, and I really think that it sucks to watch a whole love story and get to the end, and the two main characters who have been kept away from each other and so in love, they finally meet and they don't kiss. It's like, what is this, middle school? Come on. Whatever. And then I also think that another change I would make is give Prince Amir some more screen time. I thought that guy was really killing it. Maybe give him his own spin-off play, you know, Prince Amir's journey, what was he up to before the play? He talks about all these battles. I want to see them. I want to see more of this Prince Amir guy. I thought he was pretty spectacular. In conclusion, I think that I would totally recommend this play to anybody that likes to see a good story or likes theater. I thought it was amazing, and I thought that it was clear to tell that everyone who worked on it did an excellent job. Everyone stayed in character. Things went flawlessly. The lighting cues, the sound cues. Altogether, a great play, great story, great actors. 10 out of 10. Would see again. Big fan. Now, as for proof of me being at the show, I have a couple of images that show that I was there. That's me right there in the red shirt, the one that's sitting down. I look a little perplexed. This is me, Prince Amir, dancing with Ash Girl. I mean, I ship it. This is me sitting down reading a book. I mean, who's that angry when they're reading a book? Only Prince Amir. That guy got a lot of problems. But yeah, I also have as proof, I have this water bottle that I purchased, $2. It was worth it. Pretty good water bottle. And I forget how much the shirt was, but actually no, I got this for being in the show. It was free. Good deal. I was there. I promise.